Bro, trust me right now when I say, like, you are just not aware of how much you care about social validation. There's social experiences which make us so happy, but the truth is that we care so much about random strangers, and that's why we buy the car. Fuck you if you say that you're buying the car because of the fucking horsepower or some bullshit. Like, oh, but it's 1080p, Hamza. Shut the fuck up, bro. The reason why you're buying the car is because of this. You want to see this. You want to see that. You want to see someone's neck turning and giving you some attention because you probably didn't get it as a fucking child. The same with the watch. The same with every fucking materialistic purchase that we buy. We want people to give us attention. The newest iPhone. Oh, but Hamza, it's for business. No, it's not. It's not for fucking business. It's not for fucking work. Otherwise, you would have kept this almost the exact same thing. It's the reason why you bought the new iPhone is because then you can take nicer pictures, and when you upload those pictures to social media, you get more likes and you feel better about yourself. Almost everything we do is for social validation. Almost everything we buy is for social validation. It's so important to you that if you disagree with me right now, there's some people who will agree with me, and fair enough, but the thing is, they don't need this. Like, they don't need this video. If the people who are disagreeing with me right now, before you go and leave a comment like a fucking Jeffrey, I invite you to just sit at your wall and just have that humility. You know, it's so important to be like, to have humility and to think, wait, what if I'm wrong? Before you just disagree with me, it's so important for you to just sit there and just think like, what if Hamza is right? What if I'm actually doing this for the sake of just attention? Don't comment just yet. I invite you to do this because this could literally save you hundreds of thousands of pounds of your life off the bullshit that you might end up spending, because it's so easy for us to rationalize these spending like habits because we just say like, oh, but I've really got an interest in cars. It's so easy for you to rationalize it, but it's so important for you to think how much of the purchase you're going to do is actually influenced by the people around you. For the girls watching, it's usually stuff for like fashion and like, oh, you know, if you get this bag, you get the validation of the girls who are bitches. Like they're literally bitches. They don't even like you. You don't even like them. But it might be the thing that if they see you with the bag, like you'll finally get the level of social validation. Fuck them. You've got to know that you're only going to be around like 150 people at one point. That's like the scientific number of like a tribe. You're only going to really care about 150 people at one point. If they're not in that tribe, who gives a fuck? That random person on the street, who gives a fuck? The people who are in your tribe, for example, some of the people that you often speak to in the gym, fair enough. We don't want to admit this, but we do somewhat want to like impress them. No one wants to ever admit that, but like at least I'll be the fucking first one to say like, yeah, I've got the awareness that I want people to be impressed by me. I want women to be attracted to me. I want men to be respecting to me. It's so important that you do this practice right now. That you ask yourself how much of your life, how much of your purchases specifically for this video in terms of money, how much of your purchases are going to things where you're getting fucking validation from people. I'm very, very grateful for the fact that I've never really been deep in that. I've never really like I do 100%, I care. I've got levels of insecurity and everything. But in terms of purchasing habits, I've never been like that. I've never bought expensive clothes. I can't even think like what the most expensive item of clothing I've bought, but it's certainly not even, it's not even above £100, honestly. Like the most expensive stuff I've bought, like one piece of clothing might literally be like, I can't even think, it might literally be like 30 to 40 to 50 pounds or some shit. How mad is that? But people my age are spending hundreds on trainers, £200 on like a certain jacket or something. Most of my clothes in my wardrobe are still pre-owned. I wear a fucking bathrobe. People ask me like, oh, why do you put this bathrobe on for the video? Like, I don't put it on for the video. This is what I wear, bro. There's such a huge level of fucking freedom when you get to live like this. Because now that money that I would have spent like a normal person trying to impress other people, trying to think that, you know, purchases make me happy, all that money's still sitting in my bank account, or it's in my like crypto and shit. It's ready to be invested. It's the money I'm going to split with my father and like end up retiring him. That's the shit that makes you happy. That's the shit that we think materialistic purchases will give us.